Draw.
America loves
Draw.
So why not open up somewhere America can sit down?
Draw a picture and watch my videos. Hello guys, it's Ashhart and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you my current portfolio. It's changing and evolving and stuff is getting added to it. But for right now, this is the stuff that I most recently did and that I'm most proud of. So first is the piece TikTok. Hopefully you guys can see all of it. I'll put a picture on screen. This is a piece about my issue with procrastination. Before I start, I'm looking at some words that I wrote, so if you see me looking over, that's why. This has been something that I have struggled with for a long time. How my anxiety makes me worry about it until I don't care anymore. Then it sparks back up and then I'm overwhelmed because I haven't done anything. It's a cycle that I need to stop, and this is basically showing, the evolution of the cycle. The next one that I'm going to talk about is slap on the wrist. Ooh. Slap on the wrist. This piece is called Slap on the Wrist. This is made to symbolize the unfair incarceration of black men in many communities. Black men who commit the same crimes as white men receive, on average, 20% longer sentences. Black Americans get incarcerated 5 times the rate of white Americans. This needs to be changed and justice needs to be served. So as I'm putting in here, it is a white man smoking weed. And what I'm trying to say is black man, like the black man in the picture was smoking weed as well. He got jail time, white man did not. That's what I'm symbolizing in the picture. Okay, the next one is called Reflect. The meaning behind this piece is domestic violence. The flowers symbolize what the relationship looks like on the outside, and the girl in the mirror shows what is actually happening. The contrast of the colors is showing the vibrancy of the relationship and how it is drained over time. Now all she is are the marks and bruises. I wanted to tell the world that relationships that might appear perfect to outsiders may not be what it seems. And this is probably like top 2 for me in my favorite pieces. Like, this is so good, and I think I made this in around a day. The flowers probably took me until the next day, but I love this piece so much. All right, next one is called Big Claire. Hopefully you guys can see it. This one is called Big Claire, and alright, before you say anything, it's called Big Claire because that's the name of my instrument. I play bass clarinet, and I've had her for around 4 years now, and I named her Big Claire, so that's the point of this. The story behind this is my connection with my instrument and music in general. I've had her for around 4 years now, and I've had music in my life for around 7 to 8 years. Music has changed my life and created many friendships and lifelong bonds. Music will always be an important part of my life. I'm going to college for art and music, and it's just 2 very huge passions of mine that without both of them, I don't think I can even be here. But I just wanted to show appreciation for, I think it was almost, the anniversary when I got her, so that's why I decided to do this piece. Next one is called Double-Edged Sword. The meaning behind this is how there is a major stigma around boys wearing girls' clothes. This is a boy who wants to wear a dress but is reflecting on how his peers or family will think of him. He can either wear the dress and be happy and may lose friends and family, or don't wear it and, never feel like himself. That's the double-edged sword. Yeah, I made this piece, and I have an online art portfolio on these were the sketches that I made, but this is the first sketch that I made, It came out nothing. Like, it didn't even look like that, but yeah. Alright, next one is Don't Touch. It's about how black hair is often touched, examined, and observed like it isn't connected to someone's body. When someone tells them that it's not respectful to touch their hair, now people get angry. An understanding needs to be put in place that touching anyone's hair is not okay, especially black hair, and it shouldn't be a norm. If somebody is coming up to me and feels the need to touch my hair, and they're like, oh, blah, 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 like, literally in elementary school, this little kid talking about some, your hair feels like a sponge. I almost rocked out white boy. But it's like, what are you talking about? Like, Johnny, go ahead over there. Nobody asked for your opinion. But, and I didn't know any better. Like, I didn't know that that was wrong when I was in elementary school. Like, no one told me. But, you know, now I know. The next one is called Religious Silence. This is showing the experience of many children in the church. These children are getting sexually abused in these churches and no one's talking about it. When children do come forward and talk about it to the leaders of the church, they sweep it under the rug. That's what the shush represents in this piece. I want the kids that experience this abuse in their churches to finally be heard. And, you know, this is a big problem in America, probably in other places, but it's like, because they're like religious leaders that they can't be punished, or it's like, I don't know. I think people just have a bias, and when they think, oh, Pastor so-and-so touched up on Johnny, and they're like, no, they would never do that. What do you mean by that? What do you mean he would never do that? You don't know who would do that. That it's just so stupid. Okay. Got this one, and I made a video on this one. I put it in the card, but and it also won a editorial cartoon Scholastic Award silver medal. All right. But yeah, it's about how when Trump was in office, he like took over the media. Every time you went on the news, Twitter, Instagram, he typing, talking on the news, saying some weird stuff, and it was just like he was just taking over our phones. I could not go on social media without seeing something about him every day. And like, I'm not saying that Biden is good or anything, but I'm glad that I'm not hearing stuff about him every day. Like, I just, like, before Trump, you didn't really hear about the president doing weird stuff every day on social media. Maybe that's because I don't know. Like, and it's not comforting, but it's kind of like, oh, I'm glad I don't have to, not worry, but I'm glad I don't have to see this stuff and be like, oh, dang. You know, that's basically what this is representing. And then I have, wait, let me go get some.
4 to 6 days later.
Okay. I have this one called Smile More. I don't think I'm gonna add this in my portfolio, but this is something that I've done recently that I want to tell you guys about. It's basically about catcalling, and how many men out here, or maybe even women sometimes, but I'm talking about men to women in this instance, that it's like weird, and it's not even to the point where, oh, you want to be in a relationship with me. It's like, it's just weird. Like, if anybody on here has ever been catcalled, you know how it feels. And it's just, and it's always, oh, you know, ladies, you should smile for me. Huh? Sir, stop. You're doing too much. And that's how I feel about this. And then I'm gonna put one on the screen this one I did a video about, and I'm not going to talk about it because I talked about it in the first couple minutes of the other video. So I'm going to put it in the card, and you guys better watch it. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, this is my current portfolio with my stuff in it. If you guys want to see more like, you know, art process videos, please let me know down in the comments. And then also,
That's nasty.
please let me know if well, not let me know, put questions down in the comments so I can do a Q&A video. And I also have another video coming up on Friday, so you guys will see that. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Peace.
Yo, 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 what's cracking, what's motherfucking cracking? Yo, 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 what's cracking, what's motherfucking cracking? Yo, 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 what's cracking, what's motherfucking cracking?